Well, hello everyone, it's Rose. And I'm here to do a post-completion and just overall review of a custom diamond painting that I ordered from the Pink Razzberry diamond painting store in Strathroy, Ontario, which is very close to London. So I call this Fairy Sleeping in Flower. It is a design that I found online, and it's really, really pretty. Now, what I'm going to do is show you on the screen. On the left-hand side, we're going to have the image that I sent to Royal Diamond Painting. On the right-hand side, we're going to see the chart that they sent me, such as it is, and I'll talk a little bit more about that in a minute. And then I'm going to show you the image that I sent them next to a photo that I took of the canvas before I started drilling. So there's quite a bit of a story to this diamond painting, because I have been so happy to have the Pink Razzberry be a bricks and mortar store where people can go in, purchase diamond paintings, sit and diamond paint if they want. They can, they have parties, they have all that stuff, and it's right close to my hometown. And they're a new business. They just opened up in June of this year, and so I'm all for supporting a new business. And I do still support them, but I wasn't overly happy with the experience that I had with this kit. And I will tell you about that now. So I made the order when I was there in London looking after my father in the last days of his life. And this is my first commission. So again, there was a bit of an extra, like I really wanted this to be perfect. So this is my first commission. My stepmother asked me to do it for her niece. And so I wanted to do something that would be really, really gorgeous. And so we went together online and we picked the image, and then I sent it off to Cheryl, the owner of the Pink Razzberry, and she said, no problem, we'll do it. Now I know that they don't do, they don't have square drills in stock yet. I think they plan on doing square drill diamond paintings down the road, but right now, if you order a square drill, they order it from their supplier in China. And I'll be doing an unboxing of a square drill that I ordered from them, and I'm very happy with it. So far, I haven't started drilling it. But this is, I think it's the second custom round drill diamond painting that I got from them. I'm working on the first one, which is the mermaid swinging. And so far, I've seen no problems with it. But this one here I did have some problems with. Okay, so I'm going to just flash up on the screen what I'll tell you what I paid for this. Just a sec, let me look it up. I put the order for this diamond painting in on September 5th, and I went to pick it up on October 3rd. I was busy, they were busy, so I just wasn't able to go and pick it up immediately. And I paid $45 for this. It's supposed to be 60 by 60 centimeters. Now, I will say that I ordered 60 by, I wanted to see layouts for 50 by 50 and 60 by 60. And so what she sent me were screenshots of what she gets on her program. And so I did put that up, but I'll just put it up again. Now I'm just going to measure this. So this is 59.5 by 60, just over 60, like 60.2 centimeters. And when I went to pick it up, she showed me the canvas before she had applied any adhesive to it, and I measured it because I went in before. I went in sometime during September, and I said, oh, it's not 60 by 60. And she said, oh, did you want 60 by 60 exactly? And I said, yes, I did. So she said, okay, no problem. So she made it 60 by 60 and she printed it. And I mean, I did a really quick measurement there and it's like, yeah, okay, it's 60 by 60. And this is 60 by 60. And the other thing that she allowed me to do was she specifically asked me, check the symbols and tell me if you see any problems with any of the symbols. So as you see, there's a symbol set on both sides. I'll quickly show that to you. This one, since it's not, okay. So, oh, it's upside down, okay. There we go. So it's just characters and a few images that you would find. I don't like the typeface, but that's okay. That's, you know, like those symbols were simple to read. They were super easy to read. They're just not aesthetically pleasing to me. Anyway, but that's not a big deal. The most important thing for me is that they be easy to read, and these are. And so, you know, I went through a couple of times and said, oh, you know, like this color and that color, they look too much the same with the symbols, and this symbol will be confused with that symbol. So she said, that's fine. So she printed me another canvas. In fact, I think she printed me 2 more canvases after she changed the symbol sets so that there would be no confusing symbols on them. So I have to say, in their defense, if you will, I had ample opportunity to review this diamond painting before I took it away. But there were certain things that I just didn't notice when I was doing that, you know, like I was checking the symbols, I was not checking the colors, etc., etc. So let me get into the notes now that I made while I was drilling this diamond painting. So I started it on October 3rd. I worked on it for 2 days, and then I came back home after my father's celebration of life. And so I didn't work on it between October 5th and the 13th. I started on it again on the 14th, and I finished working on it on the 27th. So here are my comments. I'm just going to read them to you. I might add some color commentary. October 3rd, beautiful, but the background should be 310s, and they sent it charted as 890. I sent an email to Cheryl asking for 310s. She said she'd send them to me right away. So I'll just flash up on the screen once again the image that I ordered. And you can see that the background around the circle is clearly pitch black. The drills that I received, however, were not. The drills that I received, I sent them back to her because she asked for me to send them back. The drills that she received were 860, and I do have just a few of those on here. I'm just going to turn on the flash for a minute to show you, because I tried to fix one of the problems that I'm going to tell you about. I did try to put some green in. So that's the green that she sent, that it was charted as for the background. And I didn't notice, because when you take a look at the background, like this is, I put 310s on it, but those are all meant for 890s. And the background looks pretty dark to me. I didn't notice that it wasn't black. Anyway, so that was the first thing, that the background was not black. Then October 13th, I got back to the ferry after working on another project. The drills are of exceptionally good quality. The bottoms are absolutely flat, and the tops are super sparkly. I'm still waiting for the black drills, and today I wonder if in the background of the black drills, the dark green will be noticeable. I hope not. So again, that's around the central circle, there is a black sort of background, and I was afraid that the green that was printed there would show through. It doesn't. It's that dark a green that's printed on the canvas that it does not show through as not being black. So there we go. That was my comment there. On October 15th, I just noticed that there are 2 squares that don't have any symbols in them. So I'm going to put G's there. Well, G's, what color is G? 3033. So I'll just flash up here a picture of the 2 squares that had no symbols on them. And as you can see from the squares around them, I picked G as the color, 3033 is the color, because that seemed to be a color that would fit. But, you know, I had to figure it out. October 16th, I finished except for the 310s. And then I said, I hope there's nowhere I should have 890s, because, again, remember, the canvas is labeled as 890 for all of the background and in the center as well, where I believe it should be 310s. They were all labeled 890s. But because there's plants in the background, I don't know if you can see those through the camera, but there's supposed to be plants that show through in the background. She's sleeping in a flower, and there's like leaves and things around the flower. I thought maybe they do need some 890s, but it would be pretty impossible for me to know where to put the 890s. So then I started getting nervous, and I started becoming anxious, which is the exact opposite reason why I diamond paint. Anyway, October 27th, I received the 310s today and am filling in the edges of the diamond painting. So that's, you know, you can sort of see where the circle leaves off. I'm disappointed. The fairy is in a circle surrounded by black to the edges of the drill area, but the pink raspberry didn't print the entire circle, so it's cut off on all 4 sides. This is very disappointing. Also, I need some of the 890s for the greenery in the circle, but there's also black there. So in the original image, there's both a dark green and the black, but everything was labeled as 890. So I didn't know where to put the green. So I'm going to have to carefully figure out which of the Ys should actually be 310s and which should be 890s. This is so disappointing. Okay. So October 23rd, I've drilled most of the bottom quarter of the 310s and can say that the 310 drills are really good quality. However, this is a really big but. The drills don't fill the squares. And I think it's because the grid is too big. The round drills are 2.8 millimeters, but the space for them on the canvas is 3.1 millimeters. So there's space all around every single drill, and they don't touch each other at all. I'm so disappointed. I really wanted to love this diamond painting kit, but it's a huge disappointment all around. So to show you what I'm talking about now, I'm going to bring out another diamond painting that I did recently, the Ethnic Beauties, and show you how round drills are supposed to look when they're placed on a canvas versus how they look on this canvas. So just a moment while I get that. Okay, So do you see how close together those drills are? And I'm picking an area that has 3/10s in it. Those drills are very, very close together. They are almost touching. Compare that to this. You see how much space there is in between those drills? There's a lot of space. There's a lot of space in between those drills. And it's not just in the background, because when you take a look at the regular drill area, look at how much space there is between the drills there compared to here. Now I'm going to take a photo of these two and put them side by side. This is how close together drills should be. That's not what I got with the fairy. So the problem, I mean, it still looks pretty, but the problem with having too much space between the drills is it makes it almost impossible to make straight rows. And you can't use a multiplacer because the multiplacer is set to put the drills a certain distance apart. When the drill area is too big, you actually have to move each and every drill, if you use a multiplacer, so that you can make sure that they're evenly spaced. That's just too much of a pain in the butt for me to work on. So I had to do all of that 3/10 one by one. Now I have the other large round from the pink raspberry. That's the reclining mermaid. No, that's the mermaid swinging. And I've been working on that, and I haven't noticed a challenge with the drills being too far apart, but it's something I'm definitely going to pay attention to when I do the next drill and chat on that. But it is now something that I'm going to be nervous about. So I really, really wanted to love this diamond painting because I'm thrilled that we have a diamond painting store in Ontario, and I want to support them. But I can't give a good review on this particular canvas for all of the reasons above. We'll see about the other ones that I have. Okay, then my next notes are from October 27th. And I said I took 4 days, I underlined it, off from working on this because I'm hating it so much. First off, I hate big blocks of color because they're so boring. That's not the problem with the kit that I got from Pink Raspberry. That's just a fact of the diamond painting image that we picked. I find them so boring. Second, I am dreading picking off the 3/10s that I think should be 890s, placing the 890s, and then realizing that maybe the 890s don't actually belong there either. This is a whole different kind of frustration than I've ever felt before. And then on October 22nd, I finished. I tried to use the 890s, but I couldn't figure out where to place them. So it's going to be 3/10s throughout. So yeah, again, as I mentioned, I did try up here putting 3/10s, putting 890s where I thought they might belong, but I actually think that there shouldn't be any 890s on here. And looking at it now, the 890s are actually, like all of the other greens, they have a bluish tinge to them. So this 890, it doesn't belong. It's not of the same sort of palette as the rest of the greens. So now I'm actually going to pick all of these greens off and replace them with black because the 890 just doesn't work in any way on this kit. So that's a real pain in the butt. So let's take you in close on this. I mean, when you take a look at it, it is a pretty diamond painting. I mean, it looks nice, and I don't think that Grace, who's the recipient, is going to notice that there's anything wrong with it. Even if I left those greens on there, I don't think she would notice that there was anything wrong with it. It's really pretty. I think Anne's going to like it too. But there's so much I don't like about it. This is not going to be a pleasant experience in my memory. All that to say that I'm now hesitant about ordering a round diamond painting from the pink raspberry. And I wonder if the issue with there being too much space between the drills is because, you know, she said she would stretch it for me to be 60 by 60. And I'm wondering if, like, I don't know if that's what caused the drills to be too far apart. But I don't know. Anyway, I had to work so hard to get these lines to be more or less straight. You have no idea how hard it was to get these lines straight, because I did order a straightener from Royal Diamond Painting, but it was shipped to London, so it's going to be there when I get there, which is too late for the purposes of this. Ooh, there's a little bit of crumb or something. Okay, I'll brush this off before I give it away, of course. So there you go, everybody. That's it. I wish I had more good to say about this, but unfortunately this is not one that made me happy. I will be recording an unboxing of a pink raspberry diamond painting right after this, and I was very, very happy with it. Okay, so let me show you the leftover drills now and the trash. So I'm just going to pause for a moment, put you back in the cradle, and we'll take a look at that on my coffee table. Okay, everybody, so here is my leftovers. Now, as I mentioned, the 890s that I received, I had to send back to the pink raspberry. They sent me a self-addressed stamped envelope, so I didn't have to pay to send them, but yeah. So, and as many of you know, oh, that's the color of the 890. Oh, I'm not sure you can see it. No, you can't see it. It looks black, but it's not. It's very clearly a dark green. Okay, so again, there's the image. And you see how there's actually quite a lot. There's quite a lot of green in the background. I don't know that it really came through very well on the diamond painting itself. And let me just show you. There's the Y. They call it pistachio green. And you see, I wasn't reading the colors, and just looking at it, I didn't notice that it wasn't pitch black. Like, that looks pretty black to me. I didn't realize that it was green. And there's a lot of them. There's 12,700 of them. Okay, so these are my leftover drills. Since I started this in London, I was just using my travel containers. I only use these for travel. And this is the trash from, well, I'll show you that last. There's quite a bit of leftover drills of all colors. So I was never worried about running out. Like, there's so many leftover drills. That's a really good thing about the pink raspberry. Is this is I think this is the first one that I finished from them. But you know, there's no fear of running out of drills. And yeah, they sent tons of everything. That's the Y, the 890. I didn't. That's the one that got replaced with 310s. I just never used that container. because I realized right away that they shouldn't be 890s. So lots and lots of leftovers of all the colors. Yeah, so there we go. There we go. Tons and tons and tons. Good. And they sent everything in baggies labeled with the DMC numbers. So what I'm going to do after I finish this video is just pour all of these into their labeled baggies and then put them in my storage. These are the leftover 310s. So again, there were about 12,700 of them that were needed for the diamond painting. I would say there's probably about 3,000 extra here. So that's a lot of extra 310s. And now we'll take a look at the trash. So for that diamond painting, 60 by 60, this is the only trash. The drills were of exceptionally good quality. I have nothing bad to say about the quality of the drills. They're beautiful. They sparkle like crazy. They're beautiful, beautiful drills. All of my complaints are with the program that they used and the, well, just the program that they used. That's the only thing. But if the program isn't working properly on a particular canvas, and again, I don't know if it's just my canvas or whether, you know, it's a bigger problem. But, you know, if the program doesn't work, then you're never going to get a good diamond painting. But I have not seen that kind of problem with other kits that I've bought from the Pink Razzberry. So I'm hoping that it was just something that was off on this kit. And that's it, everybody. I'm going to just get my container that I pour my garbage drills into, and that will be the end of this diamond painting. Okay, so here's my trash container. It's got all of the trash from all of my diamond paintings that I've completed so far. And the last thing I do before calling a kit done is I pour my trash in there. Whoops. And there, I am now done the fairy sleeping in flowers, apart from picking off those green drills and putting black on them. I want to thank all of my viewers and my subscribers for coming back and watching my channel and watching my adventures in diamond painting and following along on my journey. I hope you enjoyed this video. I don't like doing negative reviews, but unfortunately there was nothing that I could, like I could not tell you what my experience with this was. So thanks everybody. If you enjoyed my video, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you don't give it a thumbs down just because you don't like the canvas, because they're not going to see that. Only I will see that, and I will see that you don't like me. So please give it a thumbs up or don't do anything at all. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do that now. Thanks everybody. I'll be back to you again soon, hopefully with a diamond painting that makes me a lot happier. Bye-bye for now.